So what made you get into your craft, like, and take it serious?
So, like I was telling you before, my little photography story is kind of sad, but I'm gonna share it anyway.
Okay, let's go.
So,
Let me give y'all some music vibe too. Let's see what we got. Let's go here. You nervous? You nervous about doing the vibe?
ever thought about doing? Hey, let's get away. I don't know my voice sound. I just wanna play on the wall.
It ain't bad.
Yeah, it's amazing. I want it. It sound mean. Play out and see no wrong. Yeah. It don't sound like a cute girl talking. It sound like
that ain't who I wanna be. Hell no.
That sounds crazy. Never been in love. I like this though. It's a vibe.
It's all real. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get the best vibe in the city.
I'm rocking with it. It's a vibe when we link up. None of you hoes can see her. Yeah, he elevates and raising kids with you.
We in the building. Welcome to the Private Loners Club.
Oh.
I am Rambo fame, that one guy Vaughn. Got a special guest here. Let me go ahead and. Got a special guest here. You know when y'all be in the club and y'all get y'all pictures took, and y'all be like, damn, I'm looking good in that picture then. And then they put it as a profile, and then they tell everybody, yeah, that's just how I look at it. No, you don't. It's people like her right here, man, who make people feel so confident about being able to step out, look good. I've always been a fan of the artistic creation that comes from being a photographer in the club. So it's so chaotic. That's what we're gonna talk about today. Who I'm here with?
So you got your girl Jazz. I go by Storm Cloud. That's my photography business name. That's my DJ name too. So shout out to me for doing a bunch of stuff all the time. But yeah, you can just call me Jazz.
Okay. All right. Where you from?
So I'm from Aiken, South Carolina. I've been there all my life. I went to North Carolina for a little bit, and I was there for about 5-6 years in Greensboro, and then I came back.
What caused the move to Greensboro? I mean, to the school. You know?
It was my mom.
Okay.
So she, her job moved her from this place to that place.
Okay.
Ended up getting stuck in North Carolina.
Okay. What was your interest? Like, what made you like what do you like to do? Let's get there.
Okay, so really love taking pictures. That's like an outlet for me.
We know that. We know that. Yeah.
Besides that, I'm a music junkie. So like anytime I feel some type of way, I'm like listening to music. I'm a 90s person. 90s R&B, like that's my vibe. So anything R&B, 90s, I really vibe with it. Shopping.
Okay, yeah, everybody loves shopping.
But I try not to do it.
Why?
Because
you make the money, you gotta spend it.
That's what I say.
You gotta make the money, you gotta spend it.
That's what I say. Yeah. That's what I say until you broke and then you ain't got the money you need.
Not broke.
For when you actually gotta buy stuff. So yeah, so I try to keep my spending to a minimum. But other than that, I like to just chill. I'm just a chill kind of
laid back
person. Yeah, like to vibe, like to watch movies and eat.
Okay. Now I love to eat too.
That sounds so fat.
So, you know, the whole vibe in the club, can you kind of explain like your perspective of how difficult can it get in the club when you trying to take pictures of somebody or somebody like me? Hey, you got your camera? I'll be like, man, you got your camera?
When I'm off. You always asking me to take your picture when I'm off. Yes. I be sitting there looking unprepared, trying to make it happen for you.
Even the ones like, me took the ones on the phone, that was good. I used them. I just put them up.
Did you?
Yeah, I put a little glow on there, you know.
That wasn't my best. That's not my best work, guys.
Nah.
That's not my best work.
Is it Miami Vibes page? They be having all your pictures, right?
Yeah. So I actually run the Miami Vibes Instagram page, which is why I take all the pictures.
Okay.
So I take the pictures. I go back. I edit them. I post the pretty people.
Okay. Here we go. See, you opened the door for this. Here we go. So.
No. Don't incriminate me.
No, we got to get it going. So what happens when you got like the not best outfit person in the room that night? And it's like, do you still give them like, okay, girl? Do you still juice them up?
I'd be like, oh,
You're an instigator. You're an instigator.
No, listen. So like people that come in the club, you know, they think that they fit really be fitting.
Right.
No. So if your fit's not fitting, the best way for you to know that I think your fit not fitting is if I keep walking.
Okay.
I might wave, but you know, and some people want you to take the picture anyway, so I'll do it. But if you don't make the page,
that should let you know.
You
if they DM by like, where my picture at?
Ooh. I'm like, oh, let me check the camera. And I'll send you a picture personally to you. So like with the camera that I have an app on my phone that allows me to transfer the photos. Transfer the photos from my camera straight to my phone. I edit them in the club real quick because I'm about to be posting work that don't look good.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
I edit it in the club, and then boom, I airdrop it, or I'll either like text it to you or something.
Okay.
So you can have your photo. That don't mean I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
But
no, I got on the page, so my picture's all in. All right, so I got a quick question though about that. I've been in many clubs, and one thing that I hate that I see the most is like, and I love this about your pictures. A lot of clubs want the logo insignia, or some people have these like real big insignias that be like, all right, you can occupy. What is it? Opacity. Opacity. See, I'm learning a little bit. The opacity be just they don't blend it to the picture. Mm-hmm. Why is that? What is it? Are they just trying to get credit for their work or?
Yeah, so a lot of photographers, I get in trouble a lot. Well, I don't get in trouble. People tell me I should do this more often, but when I take pictures, I try to put myself in the person's shoes whose picture is being taken.
Okay.
When I get this photo back, I don't want to see your big behind logo all over my picture.
Right.
I trust that people will take the stuff that I do and give me credit for it.
Right.
That's just it. So like with Miami Vibe stuff, at first I started putting my logo like in the bottom corner, but I'm like, it serves a purpose because it's so small.
Right.
And then making it bigger, it takes away from the actual art of the photo. Mm-hmm. So yes, my logo should probably be on there for, copyright edits and all that other stuff. Like, mm-hmm. Just so you know whose work it is. But it's not necessary because it's me. Like, you can't do me.
Yeah, you can't do my
you can't. You don't have the eye that I have. You don't have the camera lens that I have. Like, you're not in the setting that I'm in.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just give it to you. Like, just remember who took your picture.
Right.
And run with it. But,
so what is the eye for a photographer? I was watching Get Out, and I don't know if you remember the main character in Get Out was a photographer, mm-hmm. and the guy who was trying to purchase his body to put his whole whatever, however they did it. Yeah. What is the eye that people are looking for? Like, is it just the scene capturing, or is it more of the less like you can just see the perspective in depth? Like, what is it? How did you get your eye? I would say, or like, is it just something that's just a person just got? If they don't got it, they don't got it.
So that's a tough question because each photographer is different. So some photographers are more scene or like landscape. Photographers.
Okay.
So these are the people that like go outside and be like, man, that's a pretty leaf. And then they'll take a picture of this leaf and it's like, wow, like I never knew a leaf looked like that. So
like
for real.
like in the magazines, when you're looking like through a magazine, mm-hmm. and they got like a detailed picture.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of art is that?
I don't know if it's a name for it. It's just maybe it is a name for it. See, I don't know everything photography like terminology because I kind of taught myself. Okay. But I don't know if there's a name for that. I just know that's just very scenic, detail-oriented pictures.
Okay.
So for me, I specialize in outdoor photography, but portraits.
Okay.
Meaning there's a person in this scene. And as far as my eye goes, I like to do off-centered things. So like they have like this thing called the rule of thirds. Each photo is like a third, right?
Yeah.
Boom. And most people try to put you in the center, whereas I don't really like centered photos. Mm-hmm. I like some people to be kind of off, just a little bit off center. You can that way you can like catch the background.
Yeah.
Or it's this thing called bokeh. Bokeh is when you blur out the surroundings.
Okay. I always call it blur, but that's called bokeh.
Yeah. Blur is cool too. Okay. But so bokeh, it allows you to blur out the surroundings and focus in on just that person.
Okay.
Or that item, that thing, whatever you're focusing on. And so I like to utilize that a lot because I feel like it makes my subject or model, pop out more.
Okay.
But as far as the eye go, I think that's something that you just develop.
Yeah.
Once you develop your sense of photography, like what you think look good,
Mm-hmm.
what your audience responds to.
Right. Now, have you ever been in like a lounge or club, or you might have been at an event, or somebody took pictures and you was just like, nah, this ain't what is this?
Oh,
You ain't gotta say no names.
I'm not gonna say no
Okay.
names. Listen, y'all might try to fight me. I like that, but I'm just saying. No, so yeah, I look at stuff all the time, and I actually battle with this a lot, keeping my mouth shut. Cause like I'll see somebody taking pictures, and I'll be like, oh no, you need to lower that and then up this so that it's a clear picture, or like so
You get right into work mode.
Yeah, I'm like, so your background now. It's like a DJ. So like even when I be DJing, and I'm not the best DJ, but I think I'm pretty dope DJ.
No, you really dope.
I think you heard me
you really
before.
dope. You was rocking. Yeah.
So like it's like when you go in the club, you hear another DJ, like you don't be trying to hear they transitions or they song choice, but it's kind of like one of them things where you just can't help but hear it because you're used to it. Same thing with photography. Like I can see a picture and be like, ooh, they over edited this picture. I tell people all the time, if you get your picture done with me, baby, I'm not out of Miami. If you knew you was big, you should have went to the gym before you scheduled this photo shoot.
Oh shit.
I will blur out some of the craters and cellulite, but baby, you knew what your back looked like before you booked this photo, right?
So like for me, like, all right, I go through every Monday. I'll go through the local clubs and I go through their pictures, and I just be like, what was they thinking? Like, but on one place, shout out Miami Vibes. I look at y'all pictures and I be like, this is like it draw you to the. Let me go there. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people need to take, a lot of club owners or lounge owners or business owners need to take more notice to their visual art. That's what draws the consumer. Mm-hmm. If your club got the worst looking pictures or people ain't looking together, yeah, you're not going to get no money from me because I don't want to be in those places. I want to be in a place where the vibe looks clean, healthy, and it's fun. Yeah. I don't want to be in a place where I think I might get shot tonight or
you be scared.
Yeah, you see somebody with a blunt. I don't need to be there.
Not smoking in the club. So one thing that I can say about Miami Vice, I don't want to be about Miami Vice the whole time, but the one thing that I will say about them is that they understand what visuals can do.
Right.
So like when they started to develop their scenery, they took into consideration lighting.
They did.
So anytime you walk in there, no matter if the lights is going crazy or whatever, it's a spot in there somewhere you can get a clear photo. Mm-hmm. A lot of other clubs, like when they hiring photographers, photographers have to come in there and bring like external flashes. Mm-hmm. And I think
to give it an illusion to that,
yeah, or make it bright. Yeah. Like so, like if you go into a club and it's super dark, when you took your camera in there, it's either gonna be blurry, fuzzy, or just trash.
Right. Yeah.
But when you go into a club that has some nice lighting, some nice scenery, it makes it so that you don't need the flash. So if you notice, none of the photos on their page have a flash in them.
Yeah.
It's natural light. It's the lighting of the colors in the background, the colors from the bar, the DJ, the clothes. Everything is natural. Yeah. No artificial lighting, additional lighting is necessary in there. So that's one thing I wish a lot of other clubs would take into consideration. Yeah. Like
clubs be dark. It do.
Right. And if you want people to come back, if you want somebody to come and look like or feel good when they come, like I know if I go in here, if I stand in this spot, I can take me a good photo every single time. You want people to feel that way so that they'll be inclined to take the pictures, post the pictures, tag you in the photos, bring out more people. But if you have if you can just have darkness and it look crazy, people smoking cigarettes in the inside, like I don't.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. That's how I look at a picture in the club. I'm like, there's too much going on in there. I don't know if I need to be there.
I'm a minimalist, so like when it comes to my photography, minimal. Like I want you and some lights in the back. Make it look like you're doing more than what you actually are.
Right. I like that. So with being a business owner, I'm a new business owner. The freelance art of it. I've always been a person that loved people who are freelance. I love the photography aspect. I love the independent artist aspect. I love just people taking a step out on their craft. Mm-hmm. What was your hardest thing for a person who wanted to be a photographer? What would you say was one of your biggest obstacles of becoming a photographer? Because I know for me, like with music, it was me getting out and being like, hey, this is my music. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be like, I don't know if they gonna like this. Like, and that's what made me change up a little bit of my style too. I got music that old folk will listen to. I got some music that a young person will listen to. I got music that middle age they gonna rock to, and being able to and men and women. So, what made you get into your craft, like, and take it serious?
So, like I was telling you before, my little photography story is kind of sad, but I'm gonna share it anyway.
Okay, let's go.
So, I used to have a group of friends. I still have a group of friends from high school, elementary school, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
It was a girl group. All of my friends, in my opinion, baddies, right?
Yeah.
I had the least amount of confidence out of everybody in the group. So these are my friends would get dressed. They wearing heels to the club. They got their makeup done, hair done, everything. And I was that awkward friend that was like, no, listen, for real.
I could believe that because how you are now.
Right. It took a lot. But I was that awkward friend that was like, no, I don't want to be in the picture. Because I felt like I took away from the photo.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So I was like, I felt like I was always kind of bigger than my friends. Like they could wear certain things that look flattering, but if I tried to put something on that looked like that, I felt like a whale. So it was like I didn't want to be in the picture. But I was like, I'll take your picture. Like, give me your phone. I'll take your picture. And then I just love the reaction of people, like once they can see themselves. Yeah. And it was one of those things where I wanted to build that confidence in myself to be able to want to be in front of the camera. Yeah. But I'm like, in order for me to build that confidence, I'm going to have to start learning how to be confident behind the camera too. I
like that. That's a gem that people need to take. I mean, even from myself, it was like, I want to put music out. I want to do music. I want to do clothing. I got to be willing to wear it myself or put it out there or go and, give it what it needs. And I think that was the biggest thing where it was like, let me go take the initiative. Yeah. Let me go buy the microphone. Let me buy the monitors so I can hear my sound for real. Let me get the equipment. Let me get the system to actually do it. That's a deep story though. Like I didn't expect that to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a confidence thing. And I actually still battle with it a lot. So like over the years, working in toxic, like 9-to-5 work environments, people not taking my craft seriously, even at work, or telling me that, you're only good enough to do this, that, and the third. It was more like a motivation. Yeah. So I was like, man, forget you. Because I'm that girl. Been that girl.
There you go.
Just didn't know I was that girl.
There we go.
So I feel like,
let's do it.
I live on that all the time. Like, I'm that girl. And that's why I was like, you know what? Forget how everybody else feels. Mm-hmm. Do what you think will make you feel good. And so then I've always been an outgoing person. So it's just a matter of like, okay, if you got a camera, having a camera in your hand is an out for a lot of stuff. Okay. It's like, I got this camera in my hand. It's like, I don't have to really do much. Right. Because everybody want to see themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, boom, take the picture. And I just started to build that confidence up. And then I would start to showcase it to people like, oh yeah, look at your picture. Ain't it cute? Like, I'm going to post it. You should post it too. Okay. And then like that, and then being in a business world, so like I do marketing, like my 9-to-5 is marketing. That's what I went to school for. Okay. Being around a lot of business owners and having a camera in your hand only entices other business owners to get somebody with a camera in their hand. Right. And if they don't know anybody else with a camera, they're gonna come to you. They're gonna come to me.
I feel like photography is that craft that's like you got to be skilled at it. You got to be good.
Yeah, it's a learned trait.
Okay.
You can learn it. So like some stuff, I feel like rapping. I'm doing like Dr. Seuss rap. Like it's like I'm like itsy bitsy spider. No. I feel like that's something you can't learn. Either you have the skill to tell a story through words and music, or you don't.
Yeah, I see that.
Whereas with a camera, you can go on YouTube University and figure out what all the settings mean. It's just maybe you don't have the eye for it, and that just comes with training.
So with music, I like the analogy. With music, it's the same thing. I used to spend roughly $200 to $350 in the studio.
Like money?
Yeah, to go record with somebody. That's $50 an hour. Now I'm a person that I create on just random. I'll wake up in the morning, or I'll wake up out my sleep and I have a melody, and I'll be like, oh. And I'll go. I'm really good at like hearing the sound, so I'll find the beat. I'll find the beat. I'm in there putting words to it. So for a long time, a lot of people don't know this. I didn't record myself.
You went to a studio?
I always went to a studio. So shout out Kid Simmons. He's here from Augusta. Shout out Kid Simmons. He know I'll call him. Ask Rocker Don, hey, what you doing? I'm about to set up a session for 8. All right, come through. All right, it's 12 o'clock at night. What you about to do? I was about to pop out. Hey, I'm about to come through and drop a couple songs. Now we in there for 4 hours.
Oh, my, he was just ready.
He just know.
Yeah.
I mean, the money gonna be there. So I think that was the biggest thing. And then like you said, YouTube teaches people a lot. Do not stray away from YouTube. It teaches you all the little nooks and crannies that you won't see on these bigger platforms.
And it's free.
Yeah. YouTube showed me like, okay, the things that, and no offense to anybody that engineered me, I don't want to take none of their work and skill set, but it showed me that, hey, you know what? You can do this. It's a click of a mouse and you know what you want to sound like. So that was the point of me going into, that made me jump into that craft heavy. One question I have is like, have you ever had a situation where like, because I'm from Ohio, so in my hometown, it's nothing to have 2 DJs, 2 MCs, 2 photographers. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been in a club and like you're paid to be there, another person comes with a camera? What is your offsetting on that? Like, how do you feel about that?
So I don't care. Like I said earlier, you can't be me.
Right.
So whatever you got going on, why you here, what you're doing, that's on you.
Yeah.
And I don't find it to be competition because I feel like I'm a competitive person.
Right.
But in that sense, I'm not gonna capture what you're gonna capture. Our eyes are different.
Yeah.
So
I see what you're saying.
If you capture something and I capture something and it's different, but it still get the point across, then everybody winning.
Everybody winning, yeah.
Especially if I'm getting paid. Like if I'm getting paid, then that's just what it is. You know, I've been in a club situation where there was a huge party, a huge promoter came. I was hired by the club to take pictures,
and they
had their own photographer. Mm-hmm. And then when the photos got released, I was like, oh, that's so nice. Y'all had y'all own photographer.
I feel some shade. It
ain't really shade. I was like, dang, I'm not sharing that.
All right.
I'll just post what I did and y'all
do what y'all gonna do with y'all.
Y'all keep y'all stuff. Y'all can tag us. That don't mean I'm gonna put it on the page.
There we go.
But there's no competition for me. I'm just like, okay, the more coverage, the better.
Right.
And I'm not like, oh, mine's gonna be better or this person's not gonna be good or anything like that. I feel like my confidence radiates when I walk in the building.
I love that.
When I walk in the building, especially if I got my camera in my hand, you can't tell me that I'm not the center of attention.
Exactly.
And not because I'm trying to be, but because everybody's gonna look at me anyway because I have a camera.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like the main question. When they say who's the DJ, I feel it's gonna be who running the cameras, who taking the flicks. Mm-hmm. So the reason why I asked that is because story time, everybody. We were in event. I forgot who was there. Was it Q Money? I forgot what artist was there. It was a big celebrity artist there. We had an event at a club, and as we was at the club, we had our regular camera guy, I ain't gonna say their name, and another camera guy who came in. And then the artist had their own camera person. Because, they do their flicks on social media when they had a booking. So I literally watched our cameraman of the club like, nah, man, you can't have your camera in here. You can't have your I was like, oh my God.
Confidence.
OG was not playing.
Sound like he lacks it.
Yeah, he may.
Maybe he felt intimidated.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't care. So like when it comes to like, I've taken pictures of some pretty, I won't say big, but like for me it's big.
Yeah.
When CeeLo Green popped out in Augusta and didn't have a camera person, didn't have nothing, and his people came up to me and was like, we know you getting pictures for the club. Do you mind getting photos for us? And then we'll tag you on CeeLo's page. And when we get the photos back, what you like? I'm telling you, like I'm in his face, he's smiling, all kind of stuff. That was a really big moment for me. I've gotten pictures of the governor of South Carolina. I've gotten pictures of J.N.C. Brown. Shout out to Mommy Vibes for putting me in situations where I get to meet good people. But
don't play with her. She is.
Like,
accolades, all good shit. There we go.
And I don't really like this.
Pop a little bit.
But like, I've taken pictures of some really dope people, and that also has boosted my confidence with it because I'm not, I guess, shy. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't like the way your face looks. Change your face so I can take this picture. Like, and I think I've told you that. I was like,
yeah, don't do that pose.
Don't fix your hand. I don't like that. don't do that. So but I think that comes with being able to just be in the room with people that may make me internally feel like, oh crap, this is a big deal, But if there's other photographers in there, I'm like, hey, scoot over. Like that's how I was like at work. Like prime example, I was at work yesterday. Had to take the governor came. Had to get pictures, and it's like all these media people. It's my job. I work with the university, so I'm like, hey, I said, hey, you in my shot? Can you scoot over? He was like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, did you get your shot?
Yeah.
You didn't? Okay, anyway, I don't care. Move out the way. Yeah. So like, let me get this picture, you know. But like, I'm not about to sit here and just be putting myself in competition. There's some photographers in the area that I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're amazing. Yeah. And I hope people think that about me too, because it makes me feel good to keep going.
Okay. So, and lastly, let's talk about your equipment. I see you got your camera here. Let's talk about what camera do you shoot with? Are you comfortable with telling everybody?
I'm a gatekeeper. No, y'all can't know. I'm joking. I'm joking. So I used to be a Sony girl.
Okay.
I upgraded. This is my baby. This is a Canon EOS R6 Mark II.
Okay.
It's a lot of names, but it's a really good camera.
Okay.
The camera itself is good, but the lens, which is this big part right here, the lens is what makes the picture.
Okay.
Right. So this lens is a 50 millimeter lens, meaning that these pictures gonna be crisp.
Okay. You're gonna get the best shot.
Like a McDonald's Sprite.
No.
Crisp.
Oh no, we got all the fears.
Yeah. Throat hurt crisp. Okay. And it has an f-stop of 1.2. An f-stop is how much light the lens can take in.
Okay.
So that's why when I shoot at Miami Vibes, if it is kind of dark in there, I can take my f-stop all the way to 1.2 and it'll capture as much light as it possibly can in that area.
I like that. Knowledge is power.
Yeah. So say for instance, if I'm outside and it's a sunny day,
it's too much light.
You can turn it up.
Okay.
So it goes down is more light, up is less light. So I may put it at like an 11, depending on how bright it is outside.
Okay.
But of course, there's other factors. We have to manipulate other things so that it's not a fuzzy picture or you don't look real dark or real light. Yeah. But yeah, so this is my Canon. I actually was gifted this. I did a photo shoot for this lady I used to work with during my internship in college. And she wanted me to take pictures, just trying to support me. And she was like, what's going to be the cost for you to do headshots for everybody in my office? And I was like, nothing too slight. I said, you know what, just a new camera. And she literally bought me a new camera. And I was joking. Dope. Yeah, so this camera without the lens cost $4,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, so just this part cost $4,000.
Damn.
Right? This is a $2,500 lens. So after tax is like 28, right?
Okay.
28. So right now I'm working with I'm getting close to 10 bands.
Oh, just
this camera. Shout out to the husband for buying me this lens.
There we go.
Shout him out, because I know he'd be mad if I don't shout him out. Yeah, let me shout him out because he bought me this lens as a gift and because I was begging. But yeah, he was like, if I buy this lens, take every picture ever on earth of me. So that's what I do. So I just take a lot of pictures of him. But yeah, so definitely my baby. I use it for everything, and I have other lenses.
But that's your go-to.
Yeah. So this is my baby. I pride myself on this one. But I use my other lens if I'm taking pictures of big groups.
Okay.
If I don't need a lot of light, because having a 1.2 f-stop is really good for low light.
Okay.
So if I don't need a lot of light, I use my other lens.
Okay. So before we get out of here, give us a tip of the day for anybody who at home want to be a photographer, wants to get into the well, first I have one more question. What is your favorite venues or places or type or styles of pictures do you love to take? I know you say you do portrait and scenic, but like where would you say like you be like, I love being in the club, or I love doing more like family photos? Which is your favorite? Just go to.
My favorite type of picture to take is solo portrait shots.
Okay.
Whether it's in the club, whether we outside, whether we in the bathroom, I don't care. So I'm just saying, like, because like I was telling you earlier, I like to take pictures of people to boost their confidence because I know how it feels to not have any. So I like to just be like, okay, you're the focus, you're the centerpiece of this masterpiece, right? You are the focus. You look good. You know, people should be able to smell you through this photo. Like that's how good it looks, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my favorite. Portrait style, maybe not a headshot, but like full body, confidence radiating through it. Like your skin gonna look good because I'm gonna make it look good.
Yeah. I thought I had makeup on in one of my pictures. I was like, damn, this shit. Is that me?
I get rid of blemishes, you know. So I've learned to leave things that are actually there when it comes to scars.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to take away people's pain if that's what they like to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds weird, but like if you was in a car accident and you got a scar, you don't want anybody to remove that because you survived.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. Okay.
But yeah, I will do that. I don't unbig backs.
Oh my.
I will not make you look like you've been doing squats. I do not take away the jiggle out your arm. And I may sometimes, depending on how much you pay and who you are, remove the craters from your butt.
Oh my God.
But other than that, I got a tip for you. Hit the gym.
The gym is
healthy. Hit the gym before you take your pictures because I'm not Dr. Miami.
Oh man. Well, man.
That's not my tip of the day, though. That's not my tip of the day. That's just a tip.
A tip. So what was your tip for the day?
So to anybody that want to get into photography and don't know where to start or what to do, pick up your phone. That's the best way. That's the best place to start. And grab a friend. That's what I did with my friends. Mm-hmm. Use your people around you and then be confident in what you come up with. It may not look the best at first, but you'll learn tips and tricks over time that make them look great. But just be confident in what you're doing, right, and it'll radiate through your pictures.
I like that. And my tip of the day, man, is take the initiative. Just start, man. So if you're not a popular loner, also, website is up, man. If you have any technical difficulties, make sure you hit me up on any of my social media platforms. The website is up, fortheloners.com. Go tap in, go get some merch. All my guests are gonna get merch right now. I'm just waiting on them to come in. But yeah, I might just pop up wherever and just, get you a shirt or sweatshirt.
I feel like special. Okay, give me some merch.
So, lastly, man, if you want to be a popular loner, you know what to do, man. Come be a part of the club.
Welcome on Thugger. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Easy. I ain't into saving bitches. Ain't no need for a cake. Yeah. I ain't ducking no smoke. Nigga, bring me the bait. Yeah. Elevating on the daily. Tell them we ain't the same. Yeah. Praises to the most high. I got no complaints. Training day, I'm a lion, so hit a headshot with my eyes closed. Got so many diamonds in a roll, they think the hand stuck. Damn, I think the time froze. GTA when I hop up out the truck, he gon' lead a who? He gon' take the what?